your radio inside. I want make you move to the beat, make I buy you story, right?
This Saturday, as I get up, you first thing. I go base for kitchen, check the fridge, you I get bread. I spot one city coin, who we own you, I just miss. I take out the coins in my pocket where you make it. So I dey walk for a road, where I dey plan what I go buy. But as I reach there, no, I see my money lost. But I no get no worries, okay. I still dey hunger, so I beg me quick cook.
Hello, so I'm back from the market. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to vlog there because it was hectic. Fridays at the market are kind of insane because everyone's trying to avoid the Saturday rush, and I went at the most inopportune time. Excuse the background noises. I had my door wide open so I can catch the lighting because it's almost the golden hour, which means it's almost evening. And wanted to film this for you all as soon as I got back so that procrastination does not set in. Anyway, so I'm gonna get started and I wanted to do a bit of a haul to show you all what I was able to get from the market, what some of my favorite things are, some new things that I've got, how much things cost. Want to show you all what I usually get from Shoprite as opposed to the local markets. So I will start off with what I got from Shoprite. And, okay. So, from Shoprite I usually get things that I can't get from the market or things that aren't close to me. There are many bread shops and bakeries in Accra, but none of them unfortunately are close to me. So I usually get my bread from Shoprite. They didn't have my favorite multi-grain today with the sunflower seeds, which is delicious. But my second favorite from Shoprite is this brown bread, and it has raisins in it. It's pretty delicious. Yeah, it's like, so brown bread is pretty much whole wheat bread. But yeah, like I said, this one has raisins in it, so it gives you a bit more of a sweet with your savory. I use it for my sandwiches if I make them, or I've been doing this, well, I've been obsessed with this new recipe where you slice the bread, you poke a hole in it, well, you cut a circular hole in it, and then you toast both sides, and then you crack an egg in the middle, and then you flip it. It's delicious. I have it with some avocado on top and like garlic powder. Anyway, it's delicious. Anyway, I bought brown bread. This cost 4 cities and 49 pesos, so this is about a little over $1 for this. I also bought tuna, Star-Kissed tuna. They have many different brands, but I usually go with what's familiar, especially when it comes to like canned fish. So yeah, I bought tuna. I don't know if I can get it in the market, but I don't really feel comfortable with canned meats that have been sitting out all day. It's just not my thing. Yeah. So I got tuna. What else did I get from Shoprite? Some of these things I did not get from Shoprite. That smells so good. Got a bottle of water to stay hydrated because it gets really, 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 really hot in the market. It's hot, it's congested, it's many smells, many sights, many sounds. Anyway, excuse me. I literally just got home. I had to like remove the market off of me so that I could sit and film because I didn't want to be sitting in my market sweat. Like, absolutely not. Yeah. So yeah, I got water. This is 59 pesos. I am not a calculator, so I will use my calculator and let you know how much this is in dollars. It is not even, like, it doesn't register on the Richter scale. Like, it's, but anyway. Bottle water. I bought coriander, which is also known as cilantro. It's really hard for me to find cilantro in my area. I can usually find basil if I'm lucky, if I go deep in the market. I can find mint if I'm lucky and I go deep in the market. What else? Yeah, and at Shoprite they used to not have the coriander slash cilantro. It's called coriander here, and in many other, I know they call it coriander in Australia as well. Anyway, so coriander, also known as cilantro. This costs about 3 cedis and 49 pesos. It's a bit expensive as far as herbs go, because this usually dries out in my fridge. I don't know why, but it'll dry out in my fridge pretty soon, so I need to use it for like a salad. And I've had this like really bad ramen noodles like addiction lately. It's not bad. Well, it's bad, but it's so good. I add lime juice, coriander or cilantro, whatever you call it. Sriracha. My friend Angela brought me sriracha from New York, and I've been putting it on everything. Anyway, so yeah, and with some soy sauce, and yeah. That's what I usually do when I wake up and find that I have nothing in the house to eat. Yeah, so I should probably stop doing that, but ramen is so good. I cannot wait to visit New York again and get me some real like ramen. Anyway, so coriander slash cilantro. And I got mushrooms. It's really, really difficult for me to find mushrooms at least, but I love mushrooms. Like, I totally love mushrooms. Well, it's not that hard to find mushrooms, however, they're really expensive. I love mushrooms. These are oyster mushrooms, and I discovered them in Shoprite a few weeks ago, and they're like 8 cedis, which is less than $2. Yeah, I plan on putting these in stir fries. I'm about to make like a Imagine, which is the name of one of the young lady who I hosted for the cultural immersion, and she was also an intern of mine at the African Accent. She taught me this recipe. I think it's a okra stew, and she adds sausage to hers. And I'm trying to cut out processed meats, especially the sausage kebabs. But yes, anyway, so she used beef sausage, so I'm gonna try to use mushrooms in mine and see how that goes. But it was delicious when she made it. I'm surprised I haven't made it sooner, but tonight is the night. So that is it from Shoprite. Like I said, I usually go to Shoprite to buy the things that I couldn't get in the market or across the street or at my fruit stand or vegetable stand and things like that. Like the breads, the cilantro slash coriander, mushrooms. So now for the things that I got from the marketplace. So I got 2 cedis worth of garden eggs. Like I said, I am not a calculator, so I will calculate and leave the price somewhere in this video, maybe like down here. Well, definitely down here. Anyway, so this is 2 cedis worth of garden eggs. I once saw something on Instagram that showed the organic, not the organic, but they showed fruits and vegetables before they were, what's this word called, modified. And this is what the eggplant used to look like. And these are called garden eggs. And what's so interesting is that in the States, since we do not have the same access to garden eggs, my mother would usually replace garden eggs with eggplants whenever making anything that called for garden eggs. They come in a white color, an orange color. I got the white one. I'm using them for stew later on in the week. Yeah. So garden eggs, 2 cedis. I will put the price below. What else do we have? And then I bought, okay, this is a lot. A lot of plastic bags. So this is how we get all this like plastic litter. And here I am contributing. I should have brought a sack with me, and I'll definitely make sure I bring a sack with me next time I go. So I bought some carrots. This is 2 cities worth. Well, this is a bit more than 2 cities worth. So I don't know if you can see it. Carrots. These are like organic. Well, these are what carrots really look like. Yeah, local carrots. I'd never buy the imported carrots just because I feel like if they grow here, then I'd rather eat that, because I don't know what they're putting in it in order to make it last for the long journey here, all the way from wherever the hell it's from. So yes, carrots. And what I love about the markets here is if you buy something, they usually like give you a little tip on it. Like I think he added like 1 or 2 extra carrots, and I love that. Especially if you're a regular customer, if you're super nice to them. I love it. Anyway, and then I bought 1 city worth of green peppers. Green peppers. I know they're much smaller than what I'm used to in the States, but like the smell and the taste is so potent that you couldn't tell. Well, you could tell because of the lack of like, you know, pepper. But yeah, definitely doesn't lack in taste or scent or anything. And this was 1 city for the 2. This is green beans. I will use this in jollof. Well, that's the plan at least, to use it in jollof. This is 1 city for the bunch. Oh, I forgot a carrot. So I actually got this many carrots for 2 cities. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, pretty happy with that. I will also use this in my jollof as well. Yeah. So plastic. Anyway, I bought some peanut butter. Well, we don't call it peanuts here. We call it ground nuts because they're nuts from the ground. Makes sense, right? Anyway, ground nut paste. This is it right here. They usually sell it by the bottle. They usually sell it like this, but you could also buy like a container's worth. But I only needed a little bit for 1 particular recipe, and maybe to spread on my brown bread with some strawberry preserves that I have in my fridge. Oh my gosh, I think I might have that for dinner. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so this was 2 cities. I kind of wasn't gonna buy it at first, but then the lady struck up a conversation with me and we're just like chatting, and I decided, sure, actually I need some of those. Let me buy some right now. So this is 2 cities. What is next? Oh, what I'm really excited about is this next one. I was buying something else. I was buying okra, and then I saw someone buying this, and they were talking about, I don't know, like they were really excited about it. So I went to look. This was 2 cities. It's pretty nostalgic for me because when I went to primary school here, because it's not found everywhere, but it is found on the campus of my primary school, which is at Chimota, and they also have it nearby the forest. And I remember I was a bit of a loner when I was in primary school, because I was like, when are my parents coming back for me? This is not my life. Anyway, so I would like often go out by myself, and I would find these on the ground because I didn't have the aim to like shoot them off the tree. But I would find these off the ground, and then I would crack them open and then like eat. And so yeah, I bought 2 cities, and she like gave me the biggest bunch of all. And that's not always a good thing. Sometimes people give you the biggest bunch of all, and I might be the one that's going bad the quickest. But I don't see myself eating all of this anyway. I bought an avocado. And what I like about the markets here, well, there's a hole in the avocado, is sometimes you buy an avocado and it's really difficult to tell whether you've chosen a good one, right? Because we all wish we were like master avocado choosers, but we're not. So usually they'll like slice it open for you to assure you that it's good, you know, and that maybe the way it was shipped just cause a little bit of a, a dent or something like that, to assure you that you're getting a good avocado, relax, so yeah, I was not relaxing because she had to cut all of this. Anyway, and this is one city, which I think is a pretty decent deal. You get the best deals in the marketplace, and what I've realized is you get the best deals the deeper into the market you go. If you buy it from the outskirts of the market, without venturing deeper in, you're more likely to pay more because they know that you're probably not going to want to go deep inside. I went from like the inside the mouth all the way to the end of the market today. I never usually do that, and if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have found the tamarind, so I'm really happy about that. More plastic. I use these as my garbage bags, so I like to think I'm doing a good thing. But next time I'm gonna bring a sack. So, like I was saying, I bought all of this okra was 2 cities for all of this. Another plastic bag. Yeah, another plastic bag, which will double as a garbage bag later on, so fret not. Anyway, I'll be using these okra here to make my okra stew that Imagine taught me how to make. Hopefully I can replicate it, and I think I'm gonna add mushrooms to mine. I think I already mentioned that. What is this? No. These are tomatoes. By far the worst deal I got today. I bought 2 cities worth of tomatoes and pretty much got, I don't even know. Anyway, I got 2 cities worth of tomatoes from the market, and I only got 5, and it's because I like the firm tomatoes. If I wanted more mushier tomatoes, I would have gotten a whole bag full, but because I wanted firm tomatoes that would last me longer, and I feel like the mushier tomatoes have a smell to them that I don't particularly like, and then the essence sticks in your food, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So 2 cities worth of tomatoes. I feel like it was the worst deal I've gotten today, for sure. Best deal I've gotten today were on pawpaws or papayas or whatever you call it. Usually they'll sell one for like 1 city, but this is what I went deep in the market for. And I was able to, for 2 cities, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 papayas. I can have 1 of these a day. What I usually do is cut it open, scoop out all the seeds, and just scoop it out with a spoon. It's delicious.
Make you day like me, just Sean, make you. So I beg you, make you come my life. I go dance for street.